Hey there everybody, welcome back to this Pokemon Snap playthrough that's not a playthrough. My name is Andy, the Commentator. This is episode number 49, so nearly at the big 5-0 of the series, the focus of which is going to be Electabuzz. So you can see there, the current Electabuzz that we've got saved on the cartridge is worth a score of 5,040, and that is broken down by a size of 1,000, a 1,200 pose, and a nice same Pokemon bonus of 640 points. So if I do say so myself, that is a pretty good score, but I will do my best to get as near to that as possible, if not beat it. But of course, before I do that, there's only one thing to be done, and that is to read the POSG entry for Electabuzz, which goes as follows. For a good close-up of an Electabuzz, wait until you have the dash engine, then speed past and take your shot as it chases the Electrode. You can get another good shot later on the tunnel, Area 3 in brackets for some reason, where two Electabuzz monitor a couple of power switches. If you can lure them together when the electricity is on, Professor Oak will be pleased. So hopefully this run will go better than that attempt at reading did, but I guess there's only one way to find out, and that is to get straight on with it. So let's go on our travels to the tunnel and try and get another single stage Pokemon, although of course Electabuzz did get well, Ellaby. Is it Ellaby? Kid, isn't it? Ellaby's something else altogether. Anyway, Ellaby's a place near where I live. But anyway, let's move on very quickly and go to the tunnel. So, was it 5,000 points? My memory's terrible. I think it was something like that, wasn't it? So the guide was fairly useful there, to be fair to it, which it has been most of the series. So what it was saying initially in that description was, this first Electabuzz here, which I've now learnt. I was just about to say I've now learned how to speed pass, but apparently I haven't. Yeah, basically you go past it and then turn round and you get it while it's running. That's one shot. But the other shot, we're going to need to once again hatch the... I say once again, this is the first time we've done this. I can't remember, I'm totally lost. Anyway, we need to lure the Pikachu towards the Zapdos egg. That's one thing we do need to do. And then we'll play the flute. Is that close enough? Not sure if it is, you know. Looks like it is, yeah. There goes the Zapdos. I'm not sure if we've done that before yet on this series. I can't remember if we... I don't think we have, actually. We may have done, but I don't think we needed to do it. Anyway, let's move on quickly. Right. So, on the right-hand side here are the two Electabuzz. So I'll just aim the 0-1 over here. Chuck some ASPF, so we need to try and lure it to the front. Now, to get the 1,200 pose, you need to get them eating. Right. Why is the other one so far back? Let's slow down a little bit. I need to try and get them both to come to the front here. Perhaps without hitting them. And we'll slow down. Trying to lure them together, which is not proving very easy. We'll keep going. Yeah, the 1,200 pose, I think, is when they're eating, or just after they've eaten. It's something like that. Why are they not running forward? Here we go. This is more like it. I think. Let's just try one more. I want to try and get to 5,000 if I can. Well, let's see what that one. Let's see what that one does. I'm hoping this is going to be quite a short episode because I've got fairly high hopes for this one and the next episode. Right, none of these look good. Because as usual, they look bigger when you take them. I mean, it's not going to be anywhere near that, is it? Let's just see. I don't know why, but that second Electabuzz was so far back. I don't know why it was so... That made it a bit of a problem to lure them both to the front. I'll submit one anyway. Because why not? We'll go with that one. Just as the ASPF is shrinking. Right, we'll just whiz through this. I'm not going to bother doing it one at a time. Yeah, that was pretty rubbish. But we did get the 1,200 pose, because again, it needs to be eaten. So 4,020, so 1,000 behind. So that's a fairly low benchmark. So we'll give it a few more goes. And hopefully we can... we can do a little bit better. At least try and get to something like 4,800. Yeah, what I was saying in my dreadful introduction about... when I was talking about Ellaby... was... yeah, we're in a little run at the minute of Pokemon that don't have an evolution, or they didn't have an evolution when this game came out. So Jinx, Electabuzz and coming up next Magmar. Obviously, in Generation 1, none of them had evolutions, but have since gained... Well, all three of them gained a baby Pokemon. So Jinx gained Smoochum. Electabuzz gained Elekid, not Ellaby. And Magmar gained Magby. So Ellaby was a cross-contamination of... yeah. And then, of course, Magmar... To play the flute. Of course, Magmar and Electabuzz gained further evolutions, so they became 3-stage lines essentially. Magmortar and I can't remember what the Electabuzz evolution's called, which is bad. I'm sure if anyone cares to tell me in the comments, they will. Still no Jinx evolution yet, though. I feel like Jinx has been one of those abandoned Pokemon. And by abandoned, I mean like ones that the developers made, and then that's it. Then that's Jinx now. We're not going to worry about that one again. Anyway, let's not worry about that. Let's instead worry about trying to get these two Electabuzzes together a bit quicker than we did last time. There we go. Right, this is a bit better. So, we can lure them to the front. We'll slow down a little bit just to try and get them, give them time to walk. They walk rather awkwardly and rather slowly. Right, this is more like it. Here we go. This is better. This is better. We just need to try and get them both in the shot. Like so. Right, let's try that. Let's see what that looks like. I think it's going to be a higher score than last time. I think that's a safe bet. Because that second Electabuzz wasn't anywhere near as far back. Right. So the key here really is the same Pokemon. I think getting 1,000 size and 1,200 pose is fairly easy, but it's just getting that same Pokemon shot. Okay, let's have a look. Here we go. It's going to be one of these, isn't it? Like that one, for example. That one? Do we think that one? Or should we go with that one? That one, they look the biggest. Milliken says it's not facing the camera, but... Of course, we've said a million times about this game, it doesn't matter if the Pokemon's facing the camera, except when it matters if it's facing the camera. I've got to be honest with you, though. I do really like that picture. I think beating it's going to be difficult. Or even matching it's going to be difficult. Let's go with that one. I do quite like that one, though. But the same Pokemon score won't be much, because it's clipped. Why am I spending so long? Just get on with it. Okay, get on with it. Let's go with that one. We'll go with that one. The problem with this one is I'm not sure which one it's going to focus on. It could be either. If it's the one on the right, it won't get 1,000 size. If it's the one on the left, there's a fairly good chance it will. Let's see. 860, that's not as high as I thought it was going to be. Yep, looks yummy. 1,200, right. Let's see what the same Pokemon score is. It won't be 900, but... Yeah, I was going to say, it was going to be decent. 610, so 4730. That's not too bad. So we'll keep going. We'll have another couple of attempts. Maybe 4, possibly 5 attempts, depending on how this next one goes. I want to try and get to 5,000 if I can. But again, you get the idea. You get the idea with this one. It's not too bad, this one. This one and the next one are not too bad. Jinx wasn't too bad. Well, that's the first time I've ever hit that. Well, not the first time, but one of the first times on this run. That's the first time I've ever hit that by aiming the 0-1. Although it has meant we've got round that. Oh, that was a good shot. I don't like my electrode photos that I got in that episode, but I'm in an attempt to try and get a better one here, but now we'll get on with it. Electrodes episode's been and gone. We're now on Electabuzz. I'm going to elect to move on. Right, get the Pikachu to the Zapdos egg. I do quite like this feature. I think it took me a while to actually figure that. I remember when I played through this as a kid, pre-internet and YouTube era. I think it took me a while to figure that out actually. But I may be wrong on that one. Because you do need to hatch not just to get high scores for not just to get high scores for Electabuzz. You do need to hatch the egg for other reasons, which I may come to in a future episode. we're well on the way to finishing this series. I'm looking for. I've quite enjoyed it so far, but I'm looking forward to getting to Mew. That should be an interesting episode. I've got a little surprise episode planned at some point. I don't know if I'm going to do it after the Mew episode or before it. Probably before it. I mean, I say it's a surprise. Don't get too excited. It's probably good. I think some of those episodes that I'll start it and then instantly regret it. I really need these to start running towards the camera very, very quickly. Please speed up. Stop eating and just run. Is that big? Is that going to be good? That was quite big, actually. It's just with the same Pokemon bonus is going to be there. Sometimes they can actually be too close to the camera. Sometimes they get too close to the camera, then you end up clipping them. Or they cover each other up. Anyway, let's see what that looks like. That's a great photo. It won't be the score won't be very good though. So that's the thing with this one. You're going to try and get them like that. You're going to try and get them next to each other, which is not actually that easy. Okay, these are all going to suck. But let's see.
Yes.
We'll go with that one. Also, I've got this thing about ASPFs not being in the photo. I don't like them. Don't know why. Don't really know why. Right, 970, so that's a much better size. It's eating. It won't be. The same Pokemon score will be a lot lower because it's covered up. Let's have a look. Let's go. 310. 290, nearly. That was lower than last time. Okay, we'll have another bash. I was going to say bash at the beach, but we're at the tunnel, so that would be wrong. Okay, we'll have one more. We'll have at least one more go. But like I've said a million times on this series, it's not about you watching me get a high score. It's about me showing you how to get a high score. So you get the idea with this one. It's not that difficult. I mean, like I said, 5,000. I don't want to blow my own trumpet, but I think 5,000 for this is actually pretty good. So no matter how much I play on this game, it will never not bug me when the 0-1 gets stopped, and then the thing that stops it moves, and the 0-1 just stays frozen. That will never not be irritating. I mean, it's irritating enough when you get stopped, but when you get stopped and then your obstacle moves, that really is next level. Doesn't matter which song you play to hatch the Zapdos, which is something I'll probably mention on the Zapdos episode. Of course, we're not there yet. I do quite like this little feature, actually. Like I said, of all the 100 birds, that's the more difficult one. The Moltres is easy. It's a bit like the Game Boy game, really. Moltres is easy, and then the other two a little bit more challenging. Okay, let's try and lure them together. Slow down a little bit sooner this time, just to try and buy a bit more time. Here we go. Right, this is looking a bit better. Also looking a bit smaller, sadly. Once again, as I said, you need to try and get it so they're both... That'll do. You need to try and get it so they're both next to each other without covering each other up. That's the key. I think I did a pretty good job of that on that occasion, but I guess we'll see. Like that one there, the only problem with that one is I think the size will be rubbish, but they're both kind of visible. I do like that one. That's a fun one. That one's okay. That looks like it's about to... One's doing the Mexican wave, and the one on the right is about to carry it on. I think that's what that one looks like. That looks like it's screaming at me. Right. Ooh, that's not bad. Again, it's just clip. That's the problem. The thing with that one is that's got 1,000 size, and that's bigger. I don't know which one to go for. Which, having said that, the one I have got is covered up by the arm, but it's just not clipped at the elbow. That's the... That one or that one. We'll go with that one. Because the one on the right looks like it's... You know, you stole my dinner, you son of a... something. Anyway, Move on. Let's go. Son of a female Rockruff. Okay, here we go. I think this is going to be the last one. We're 50 minutes in. You get the idea. I'm hoping this is going to be a decent score. I guess we'll see. And of course, it's 990. What else is it going to be? I mean, to be fair, the crown thing at the top, antennae type thing's clipped, so I kind of get that. Yeah. Okay. Right. This has got to be at least 500, surely. 730. Wow, I've actually beat my score. Now, in some ways, that's bittersweet because, in a way, I'd want to beat it with 1,000 size, but I have beaten the score. So you know what? That's good enough for me. Not 1,000 size, which is slightly irritating, but we have beaten the score. We're now up to 293,000 altogether. I don't know if that score could have been higher because, of course, I mentioned this earlier in the series, but I didn't. I beat some scores and then didn't save the game. I forgot to go down. I'm living in the modern age where games seem to just save automatically. I didn't go down and click save, so that could have been even a high score. But anyway, let's not worry about that. We've got to 293,000, so that is good enough for me. Let's end the episode there. So 4 attempts, and we got a better score. So we'll do what we normally do for the previous 48 episodes. We'll go back to the report. We show the photo, and we say goodbye. So that was Electabuzz. So we're now over 5,100, so I'm pretty pleased with that one. Hopefully you were pleased with this video. If that was the case, then please like and share the video. You can also leave a comment on the video, should you choose to do that. While you're here on YouTube, if you head on over to the channel, The Uncommentator, you'll find the rest of the videos in this playlist. You'll also find a myriad of other games that I've played through. If Pokemon is your bag, then please check out my Pokemon Stadium 1 and 2 playthroughs. I think you'll enjoy those. But join me next time. We're going to be moving on to Magmar. But till we get to that point, for now,